Sean Strickland got suspended. The Nevada State Athletic Commission suspended and extended the suspension of Sean Strickland. Let me break this down for you. So, Ryan, what is Hernandez's first name, please? Luis. Guys, there's a person out there called Luis Hernandez. He is part of the community. He is a fighter. We need to do something for him. I don't know what that is, but there is nothing that would be too much. I would like to submit for you, the jury, Dana White Contender Series. So, Luis Hernandez finishes a fight. And Sean is in the opposing corner. And Luis came over, right? He did this to Curtis and Sean. They were the two cornermen, but he gives him the DX crotch chop signal. Sean comes in the ring and wastes absolutely no time in punching him. Sean literally comes in as a cornerman. Getting hit by Sean Strickland is a very dangerous proposition as it is, but a no-gloved Sean Strickland, I could just imagine that this was a surprise moment. I mean, one you would never envision, right? If you're Luis Hernandez and you're picturing everything that could possibly happen in that cage, and you're picturing every scenario, and I go into the third round and it's split one apiece. I go into the third round and split one apiece, and my eye is shut. Go into the third round and split one apiece, my eye is shut and my nose is broken. Like you'll think of every possible scenario. How can I deal with this situation? How do I come back? What do I do in this spot? You're never going to imagine when the fight is over that you're going to have to protect yourself from Sean Strickland. And nobody is wrong here. Sean is wrong here. I'm a Sean defender. I understand what the commission did. So I really want to make the story about Luis Hernandez, though. Because the commission comes in and they've got all the writing. And this went all the way to the Deputy Attorney General of Clark County. Very accomplished guy who's got a lot of other things to do, and he had involved himself in this. So I'm just sharing with you. They looked at this as a big deal. And it was a very surprised behavior by Sean. I will tell you that. And it's a behavior that Sean has not tried to defend. Sean agrees that shouldn't have happened. All right. But Luis Hernandez is speaking up on Sean's behalf. And Luis is saying, hey, man, I like these guys. Chris Curtis, Sean Strickland, like these are guys that I admire. I don't want them punished. The fight was over. So you no longer have the protection of regulation. There is no unarmed combat. And people do get this wrong, like they think if it's in the cage. You remember when Khabib and Conor and it broke bad? But those dudes didn't throw punches outside the cage. They crawled over the top, got inside, went to McGregor. They see it different, and they're wrong. But I'm just sharing with you the psychology behind it. It's very common that a fighter will think, if I'm in the cage with another fighter, okay. So, let's get off of Sean, right? He's being put, that's handled. That's handled. They gave him a suspension. They looked at the act. They decided to not arrest him, but that was on the table. That would officially be an assault because you lack the protection of unarmed combat. It is after the whistle. It is extracurricular. I think that you understand these things. But it was Luis Hernandez who came out, who, by the way, happens to be a police officer. I believe in Florida is his home state. And Luis says, they asked me if I wanted to press charges. I said, of course not. I don't want anything to happen to these guys. As a matter of fact, I like these guys. And I just thought that was such a stand-up move, because that's not how that had to be handled. And Luis could have leveraged. He could have gone the other way to get headlines and extend his career. He could. And he didn't even consider doing it. And this goes right there for me in the same category. You guys will remember when Arman Sarukian is walking to the cage to fight Charles Oliveira and stops partway through to punch a fan. and that fan wanted nothing. In fact, took responsibility because he was given the middle finger. He understood completely. No lawsuit, no threats, no headlines. But when you have somebody that behaves like that, that's a stand-up guy that says, hey, I was part of this too, it's very unusual. And very cool move by Luis Hernandez. Very cool stance. But we owe him something. He gets something for that. And I'm going to submit, I would like to see him on Dana White Contender Series. Do you have a problem with that?